Hello, Serge here from the Backyard Driving Range. All right, I got a letter from John Blatt, and it had two questions in it, and I'm answering the second one right now. He finished off by, after the first one, he said, "You started to caution me not to get cocky now that I am hitting the ball solidly. You never finish your thoughts on that, and I am interested in what you have to say. Thanks, John." And John had written me an email on all of this, and I came back and I said to him, as for not getting cocky, I believe I more likely said something along the lines of not getting careless. By that I mean for best and continuous good results, we can never let our guard down and become careless in our pre-shot routine, getting set to hit a shot. Every shot must be walked into with precision as to gripping the club, stepping into and setting the feet correctly with the preloaded heavy right, and especially with respect to proper alignment. Proper ball position for the proper club being used. Then you must work on swinging with your PPGS swing thought to execute the shot you have planned to hit. It can become easy when one is hitting the ball well, so to speak, like on autopilot, just to walk in and let it fly. This can lead to setup and swing problems because one is not paying attention to details. Every shot has to start from and be completely carried out with the good and consistent walk-in routine after you have made the decision of the shot you will play. It is just like your job. To do it well, you must pay attention to the details of every specific task. Get careless and mistakes happen. And that's what happens even to the tour players and your good club players and your good players at the club. We can get into where it's like everything is on autopilot. And at some point, eventually it comes to an end. And that's why it's always really, really important to make sure that you work on really getting your routine down pat and putting the proper amount of mental and physical action into play to get into that ball the same way every time. All right? So that means you practice the routine. And for folks that have to live up in the north and they can't play golf all winter, what's a really good way to learn your practice routine? Practice it in your basement or your garage. Set up a place. Best thing to do what? Have a big mirror there where you can walk into it and see yourself. All right? So if the camera is the mirror, I'm standing here and I'm going to walk in, I'm going to walk in and get into my position here, and I could be glancing up, at least doing it all and getting up and looking at it and see, that looks pretty good. Then get in this position this way and see if all that looks good. You should have that little curvature at the base of the spine. You should have that athletically ready position like an infielder. You want to practice all of that. I mean, we all have our Achilles heels. And that means even many times when you're really bearing down and thinking about it and practicing it, there's a good chance that your Achilles heel is going to get you. All right? And once you establish and find out for sure what your Achilles heel is, then when you get out of that into that poor posture or setup, whatever it is, as part of your setup, the shots will start coming out and you get to know it. My big one is I get a tendency to slouch a little bit. I get a little bit too much this way. In other words, my hips are down rather than pushed out. I'm not in that baseball player position, that quarterback getting the snap. All right? I'm not in that athletically ready tennis position where I could go either way. And why is that the key? Because what do we do in a golf swing? We start from here, we turn a little bit this way, we turn back to that way, and we finish up that way. So we're going in about a half a circle here, from here to there. All right? And you need to make sure that your posture is consistent. And one of the things that happens a lot of times is when we're playing golf, and especially if you haven't been playing a whole lot, you're getting tired. You might not feel you're tired, but you're starting to get sapped. Your energy's getting sapped. It's real easy to start getting careless with your setup, and just your posture. Never mind your alignment too. So you really want to work on that walk-in routine. Set the grip in front of you. You can look at it. Set the club face where you can see that the face is square to the ground with that shaft angle that you want. You walk in, you get it down. Face is aimed at your target. You get in here, you take your setup. A lot of times I like to stand up just a little bit and come down. See, if I'm doing this here, I could get slouchy. It's real easy to get slouchy when you're just here. Your head comes down. I always usually, when I play, I'm gonna stand back up and then I'm gonna do the accordion effect. Shoulders and hips, push shoulders and knees, push the hips out. That's the athletically ready position I talked about earlier. So you get in there, you do this, and once you're ready to go, you make your swing, and you should hit a good shot because you get in a really good setup position. The setup determines the motion. You always want it, if you want good motion, you always have to have good setup. Grip, stance, posture, and alignment, the big A. That's it for the search for today, and I'll be speaking with you all again soon.